What your puppy really thinks you are. It's not what you expect. Do you really know what your puppy is feeling when they follow you from room to room, stare at you with soft eyes, or cry the moment you leave? You probably think your puppy sees you as their owner, the person who feeds them, the person who gives commands, the person who decides when playtime starts and when bedtime happens. But here's what most puppy owners don't realize. Your puppy does not understand owner the way humans do. They do not look at you and think, "This is my boss." They do not measure love by how expensive their toys are, how perfect their bed is, or how many treats you give them. To your puppy, you are something much deeper. You are the center of their safety, and that means some things you do with love may actually confuse your puppy or weaken trust. Not because you are doing something terrible, but because puppies read the world differently. They read tone before words, movement before meaning, patterns before promises. Once you understand this, your puppy's behavior will start making sense. Let's start with the one most puppy owners get completely wrong. Your puppy does not think you are their owner. They think you are their safe place. Most puppy owners think their puppy follows them because they are needy, spoiled, or too attached. But to a puppy, following is not just a habit. It is survival language. A young puppy has only recently left everything familiar. Their mother, their littermates, their smell world, their first warm pile of safety. Then suddenly, they are in a new home, with new sounds, new floors, new voices, and strange spaces. Their nervous system is always asking one question: am I safe here? And very quickly your puppy begins to connect that answer to you. Your scent means food. Your voice means attention. Your hands mean touch. Your footsteps mean someone is near. Your presence becomes a signal that the world is not too big. So when your puppy follows you into the kitchen, the bathroom, or even waits outside a door, it is not just clinginess. That's attachment. They are saying, when I can see you, I can breathe easier. This is why your puppy may sleep better near you, why they relax when you sit down, why they check where you are before exploring. They are not trying to control you. They are using you as an emotional anchor. To your puppy, safety feels like love. Your puppy thinks your mood changes the whole room. Most puppy owners think puppies only respond to commands. Sit, stay, come, no. But your puppy is reading much more than your words. They notice your breathing, your shoulders, your pace, your face, your tone. They notice when your hand reaches gently and when it moves quickly. They notice when your voice is warm and when it becomes sharp. The words matter less than the tone. The response matters more than the sentence. If you come home stressed and your puppy suddenly becomes wild, jumpy, or mouthy, many owners think, "Why are you acting crazy right now?" But to a puppy, your tension is confusing. Their little body feels the change before they understand it. They may jump because they are trying to reconnect. They may nip because they are overstimulated. They may bark because they do not know what to do with the energy in the room. That's not bad behavior. That's communication. Your puppy is not just reacting. They are reading you. And here is the uncomfortable part. Sometimes your puppy's behavior is not only about them. Sometimes it is a mirror of the emotional weather around them. When you become calm, predictable and steady, your puppy learns that the world can settle too. You thought you were training your puppy, but quietly, your puppy was learning you too. Your puppy thinks your routine is a promise. This next one surprises most owners. Most puppy owners think routine is about convenience. Feeding time, potty breaks, bedtime, walks, training moments. But to a puppy, routine is emotional security. Puppies learn through patterns. Their brain is still building a map of life. They do not yet understand time the way you do. They do not know that you will come back in 10 minutes. They do not know that dinner is coming later. They do not know that bedtime is not abandonment. They only know patterns. When the same things happen in a gentle, predictable way, your puppy begins to relax. Their nervous system stops guessing. They start trusting that life has rhythm. But when everything changes every day, Your puppy may become anxious, demanding, or unsettled. They may bark before meals, cry at night, follow you more intensely, refuse to nap, act restless even when they are tired. Most owners think, my puppy is being difficult. But to a puppy, unpredictability feels unsafe. That's not stubbornness, that's confusion. A simple routine tells your puppy, you do not have to worry. The good things come back. And slowly, your puppy starts to believe you. This is how trust is built, not in one big moment, but in hundreds of small ones. Your puppy thinks your hands are either comfort or confusion. Here's the part many people miss. Your puppy watches your hands more than you think. Hands bring food. Hands open doors. Hands clip leashes. Hands lift them up. Hands take things away. Hands reach toward their face. Hands wipe paws. Hands remove them from danger. To humans, hands are normal. To puppies, hands are powerful. Most puppy owners think touching a puppy always feels loving. But to a puppy, touch depends on timing, pressure, and choice. A puppy may love your hand on their chest when they are sleepy, but feel trapped when you grab them suddenly. They may enjoy being stroked, but dislike being picked up without warning. They may mouth your fingers not because they are naughty, but because they are trying to understand the thing that controls so much of their world. Your puppy is always making emotional associations. Gentle hands mean comfort. Fast hands may mean uncertainty. Hands that punish may create fear. Hands that guide calmly create trust. If your puppy ducks away when you reach for them, they are not rejecting you. They are telling you that your movement feels too sudden. If they roll onto their back, it may not always mean they want belly rubs. Sometimes it means, please be gentle with me. Puppy body language is quiet, but it is honest. When your hands become predictable, your puppy begins to feel safe inside your touch. And that is one of the deepest forms of trust a young animal can give. Your puppy thinks leaving means something bigger than you think. Most puppy owners think leaving the house is simple. You grab your keys, put on shoes, walk out the door, come back later. But your puppy does not understand your schedule. They do not understand work, errands, appointments, or traffic. To them, your leaving is an emotional event. A young puppy's attachment system is still tender. When you disappear, they may feel unsure if safety has disappeared with you. This is why some puppies cry, pace, chew, or sit by the door. They are not trying to punish you. They are not being dramatic. Their body is trying to solve a problem their mind cannot understand. Where did my safe place go? And when you return, your puppy may explode with joy. Jumping, spinning, crying, licking, grabbing toys. Most people see excitement, but underneath that excitement is relief. Your puppy is saying, you came back. The world is right again. This does not mean you should feel guilty every time you leave. Guilt alone does not help a puppy. What helps is teaching them, gently and repeatedly, that goodbye is not forever. Calm leaving, calm returning, small absences, predictable reunions. Over time, your puppy learns that your absence is not abandonment. It is just a pause. And every time you return with steadiness, you teach them one of the most important lessons of their life. Love can leave the room and still come back. Your puppy thinks your approval means belonging. This is where your puppy's behavior starts to make sense. Most puppy owners think praise is just a training tool. Good boy, good girl, yes, well done. But to your puppy, your approval is not only about behavior, it is about belonging. Puppies are social learners. They watch what gets warmth from you and what makes connection disappear. They notice when your face softens. They notice when your voice lifts. They notice when you turn away. So when your puppy brings you a toy, sits near your feet, looks back at you during a walk, or gently places a paw on you, they may be asking a silent question. Am I doing this right? A puppy does not want to win an argument. A puppy wants to find their place. This is why harsh correction can cut deeper than owners realize. Not because puppies are fragile in a silly way, but because they are forming their first beliefs about you. If your puppy makes a mistake and you respond with anger, they may not understand the lesson. They may only understand the fear. But when you guide them with calm repetition, they learn without losing trust. That's the difference between control and connection. Your puppy does not need you to be perfect. They need you to be understandable. When your approval feels fair, your puppy becomes braver, softer, more willing to try. Because in their small world, your kindness tells them, you belong here. Your puppy thinks you are home. The last one is the one that changes everything. Most puppy owners think home is the house, the bed, the food bowl, the yard, the blanket, the crate. But to your puppy, home is not only a place. Home is a feeling. Home is the scent they search for when they wake up, the voice that makes their ears move, the footsteps they recognize, the lap they crawl toward when the world becomes too much. Home is the person who notices when they are tired, the person who speaks softly when they are afraid, the person who does not laugh at their confusion, the person who teaches without breaking their spirit. And slowly, without a big dramatic moment, your puppy chooses you. They choose your side of the couch, your shadow in the hallway, your hand under their chin, your room when thunder sounds far away, your face when they are unsure what comes next. That is why your puppy looks at you the way they do, not because you are perfect, not because you always know what you are doing, but because in a world that still feels huge, you have become familiar. You have become the answer to their nervous system's deepest question, am I safe here? And when you are calm, patient and present, your puppy learns to answer yes. Puppies do not understand love the same way humans do. They do not understand long explanations. They do not understand apologies in words. They do not understand that you bought the best food, the nicest collar, or the softest bed because you care. They understand safety. They understand consistency. They understand calmness after mistakes. They understand the routine that keeps returning. They understand the gentle hand, the familiar voice, the patient pause, the small moment when you notice what they are trying to say. Your puppy is not just living in your house. They are building their first emotional map of the world through you. So the next time your puppy follows you, stares at you, cries when you leave, or curls up beside you, look a little deeper. They may not be saying, I want attention. They may be saying, you are where I feel safe. And that changes everything. To your puppy, you are not just the person in the house. You are the reason the house feels like home. If this changed the way you see your puppy, write their name in the comments and tell me which part made the most sense. And if you want to understand what your puppy has been trying to tell you all along, subscribe, because we're going deeper into puppy psychology together.